Hello? Hello, let's go, President. We are all fundamentally decent people deep in our hearts. Yes. We have sat here and listened to an hour of allegations against us. And now I hear 5 minutes. Let me tell you this. It is clear to everyone here that the central issue is the Orland Constitution. Now, people talk about Constitution that was given to the IRS and whatnot. No Constitution is valid until it is adopted by the members of this organization. Period. Period.
Excuse me.
I don't care who has it.
Listen up.
We all were elected under the 1986 Constitution. Please be quiet. Whether or not it has been adopted, there's a principle in law called precedence. From 1986 to 2009 is 23 years. If we have operated by this for 23 years, and all of these fine ladies and gentlemen submitted to this document to lead this community, this is what will guide us until we, as a community, do something different. Under my watch, I will ensure that. Now, let me say this. Let me say this. This Constitution
That's why we
says,
shut up, man. That's where you at.
you have it on the table with you. Section 3. Article B.
I have to go 4 points. Give the rules.
B. The President. This is talking about the duties of the President.
What article?
Article B. Section 3, count 1B. Page will be 6 in paper. I mean in ink. It says, the President shall preside over all meetings of this organization. This meeting was called not as a board meeting, but as a special meeting, which this Constitution provides for. The only reason I've sat here patiently is because I love the baby. No one will cut it in half. We have scheduled a town hall meeting for today to speak on the agenda, to deliver financial reports, to talk about the immigration agenda, to speak about the town hall, the community center facility we have identified, to speak about the new draft constitution that we have. 3-4 days later, I saw on the internet the board had a meeting, same time, coincidentally with a meeting by code. We thought about it and said, we don't want this community to have 2 meetings to talk about it Monday morning. And we know they were not going to say, we'll cancel our meeting. So I said, all right, took the decision, we'll cancel that meeting and come here. Because it's important for us to address these issues as a community, as one body. Now, this issue of the 501c3 and the Constitution, I worked on that 501c3 application. I worked on dozens. When the application was submitted, the Constitution, Georgia made a very clear statement here that the IRS said, prove you intend to operate as a 501c3. So that Constitution was sent as a document which is proposed for this community. So that is that. Given the condition of adopting that, we were granted that privilege. But this Constitution business seems to be some kind of demon in this community, some kind of Gina, as they call it. Wilfred Harris administration attempted to do one, it died under the mattress. Matasano's administration attempted to do one. It died on a mattress. We came to this office with the resolve to do constitutional reform. We put together a document which was sent to the board for their input. The next thing we looked, without calling the committee that drafted the document, they established a review committee that came up with a very scathing report. And those allegations, it didn't make sense to me. For example, they said the executive director, the finance director, those people should not be called, they are not officers of the organization. I've never seen it anywhere where somebody has executive responsibility and it said they are not officers. And there was so much nitpicking. When we went to the LMA meeting, I had said this to everybody, and it was clear. The board chairman said it to the LMA that the cordiality we had broke down over the constitution process. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around that. Let me tell you why. Because this constitution, if you go to section 2, count 1, at the top of page 4, it says, the board and directors shall advise the executive committee on the general management of this organization, the advisory board. If you look down further, Article 8, Section 1, the power to interpret this constitution and bylaws shall rest with the executive committee under the procedure set forth. If you go further, the duties of the president, page 6, count 1, D. The last thing, and then under the duties of the president shall set up committees to assist the smooth operation of the organization and shall be empowered with a veto power. So it was hard for me to understand how a board that came into office with this kind of constitution will start a fight over a draft constitution which makes them a governing board, gives them the right to appoint an executive director. I could not understand that. My only thing that I can put my brain to is maybe people don't want this type of constitution because maybe there are forces who want to continue to operate this way. And so we took a decision that you are the stakeholders. We're going to bring this issue to you. And this was what we intended to discuss today. We are here because I do not want to cut the baby in half. Now I will go to the specific allegations that were made on financial improprieties. We sent a budget to the board. When we first started, because we wanted to build a governing board, we thought we should work with them so that they can be schooled in the act of governance. I suggested to the chairman board training opportunities. There was one going on in Washington, D.C. This board has yet to take advantage of those opportunities. We sent a budget to the board, very, very comprehensive. It included many items, including a $500